Yeah, tonight's show actually we'll be looking into Kat will be taking it through. I think Kate, you're still having some technical issues. Kate, can you please come in? We are live and we say good morning, good afternoon to everyone. Kate, I don't know if you are audible from your end. We are live at the moment. Kate, please take over.
Thank you, Ali. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. It's been very long since you guys since we have spoken. Welcome back to another episode. So today we are going to be talking self-care and mental health. So as usual, I'm not alone. I'm with Rumo, but she'll be joining us as she's also experiencing technical issues. Um, the load shedding is giving us a hassle. You know, our new normal in South Africa, it's it's not giving us any rest. So today we are joined by the one, the only Mr. Ronnie Khalo from Khalo Health and Wellness Center. Yeah, so he will be teaching us, he'll be talking to us, as the schools are opening today, they have opened actually, and the matric results we have seen on the news today that Umalusi has given approval, that the matric results can be released. So we are waiting for the matric results. We are waiting to see how you guys have done. And yeah, so that's also the reason why we have Mr. Khalo here today. He will be, educating us on how to treat this is a very sensitive issue. These days our kids, when they didn't do well in school, it's not like us in the previous days. When you didn't do well, you just need to toughen up. So they get very vulnerable, and they are overwhelmed by suicidal thoughts. And then after they get the results that they didn't make it, tomorrow you hear that they committed suicide, they hang themselves, they ate poison, drank poison, they've been hit by a car. And then when you try to find out exactly what happened, you find that they are the ones that bumped into those cars. So yeah, we are here today to say enough is enough. Let us assist our kids. Let us see how we can tackle this issue as a society, as one. How can we tackle this issue? So, Mr. Khalo, can you please take us through? Can you just, you know, speak to our young ones? The others returned to school today, and I think others were fortunate enough to get motivated by the parents. As you know, some of us, it's not all of us who can talk, hey? So, so others are not fortunate, were not fortunate to get education from their parents on, how to handle issues such as bullying, those kind of issues that push our kids to the edge, and they end up hating school, they end up committing suicide and so forth. So can you just take us through, the mental health issues, the cases that you have seen? What can you say to the parents? What is it that we need to look out for as parents, especially during this time? Yeah, and also assist them on self-care. How can they take care of themselves, in situations that are not, that are too much for them?
Okay, good evening. Thanks for this opportunity. As stated, my name is Ronnie, and Khalo is my surname. I'm from Khalo Psychosocial Services. Kate asked many questions before I can even start. Take us through 1 to 10 before I can even start. So I'll just start briefly. Let me start firstly by appreciating this opportunity. This is a crucial moment, and I spoke with few people, especially the matriculants, and I realized that where they are at this moment, they need things like this, what we are doing here, and they need too much of support that they can get wherever they can get. So everyone who is listening and everyone who can listen to this at any moment, please, this is the moment that we look for. It's a crucial moment. We are touching sensitive things. So firstly, let me say to those who went to school, I remember when I was going to grade 8, they said to me, write your first experience at school. I believe some of you now can say a lot about that. When I asked my son how was school, he said, it was fun. I said, what did you do? Say, we were playing and drinking water. I said, that's what you did today. Otherwise, to those who started schooling, there are those who are frustrated at this moment. They're still looking for space, and they are going up and down. So I will be addressing you as well, as also addressing those who are waiting for the results. There is this do's and don'ts that I wish all of us can learn in this moment. It also caters a mental health and self-care. So I'll just start there, then we can take it further from that side. So to those who are waiting for the results, probably tomorrow or on Friday, learn just to do these things and learn not to do certain things. You see, in mental health, it's not easy to just jump into things and we say you are fine. So there is a way you try and you try and try. At the end, you end up winning on those things. Firstly, there are things that you should really not do at this moment. I know you are anxious about the results. Believe you me, I know that kind of a feeling. I was once there and I understand your frustration. So please try to be calm and do not worry about what you cannot change. Do your best not to worry about what you cannot do. Because if you keep on struggling about this thing, if it was like this, in Spedi they say, "Nkabe ngwana wa morago." So we are not here to say, "Nkabe, nkabe, nkabe." No, relax your mind. Wait for what is coming. Whatever you have worked for, the results that are coming, just embrace what you have worked for. I know that there are different kinds of the expectation. We have 3 types. We have those who did well and are highly satisfied with their results. The second group is those who did well but are not satisfied with their results. The third group, they have not done well and they feel down, they feel shameful, they feel embarrassed. There are a lot of emotions that are playing on their mind. So with whatever the results that you have, try not to worry about what you cannot change. Secondly, at this moment, try to look for someone, the safe space, people that you can talk to. Tell them your feelings, tell them your frustration, tell them your fears that, I don't know, but hey, I'm scared of what is coming. So it's good to vent your frustration, to talk everything that you are feeling within yourself, and look for people that they can give you an ear. We have friends, we have family members. I know also the parents at this moment, they are waiting for the results. So I will address parents shortly, but let me just say to our matriculants at this moment, please do your best to relax your mind and be at ease talk to people, everyone that you can find, people who are close to you, your classmates, and everyone in the community. Tell them that, yeah, I'm expecting what I don't know. The other thing, at this moment, I know that some people try to run away from feelings or from the pain. They try to avoid what they are going through, of which is one of the sensitive things that we should touch. Like usually in this moment, there are people who can use substance to try to avoid the anxiety that they go through. According to psychology, substance do not solve the issue or do not bring about the relaxation of the frustration that you are going through. They do not stop the stress. They do not reduce the level of the problems that you are going through. Instead, they build on them. So when you use substance, when you use drugs, whatever, drinking, they are not going to help you at this moment. According to Dr. Michael Y. P. Yongi, he says, when you avoid pain, the pain will not leave you. So in terms of depression, when you avoid the stress, the depression, the anxiety, it will not leave you. Instead, it will continue. But if you go through that pain, if you go through that challenge and you face it, at the end, you just, I passed there. Was it me who was going through that? So at this moment, whatever comes, take it as it comes. Yeah, shortly, I'll just say that about do's and don'ts. I don't know if, Kate, I should continue with the self-care and, all right. Yeah, in terms of self-care, remember that a good or a mentally healthy person is able to achieve a lot. When you are taking care of your mind, you take care of your body. And when you take care of your body as well, you take care of your mind. Like when you exercise, when you eat healthy food, it also build on your mind. When I was at school, there was this lecturer who said, try to always drink water when you study. And I said to him, water is not delicious. I rather have other things like juice and all those things, only to find out that he was saying, make sure that your body is healthy so that your mind can be able to take things that are coming, whatever difficulties that you are going through, that you will be able to stand and you will be able to face them. There is this thing that I wanted to talk to about parents, that parents, I know that at this moment, every parent wish that their children will get 7 A's. So whatever the result that they have, firstly, please accept what they have. And secondly, if they don't get a support from you, no one will give them the best support than you. I know we have different families. I know that there are those who are child-headed. There are those who live with their aunts, their uncles, their granny. I'm talking about you, a caregiver or a parent, whoever you are supporting the child. At this moment, they need you to help them. When they see the results, when they take the results, if possible, go with them to collect the results. And when you are going with them, keep on telling them positive things. Keep on encouraging them. Tell them that, I know that you are a smart boy, smart girl. I know that you can make it. And if they have not made it, they say, oh, that was a good attempt. I will try again next year or we'll try again on when we rewrite, however you are planning to do it. So what you do, you allow them to express their thoughts, their emotions, give them emotional support so that when they fall, they don't fall down. They don't fall on the road. They don't fall on the road when the cars are coming, but they fall on your hands. And I know that parents' hands, they are so caring. They are so comfortable. They are so warm. There is no warm hands like the hands of the parents. So at this moment, we ask you. I know that some of you are also frustrated of where you are going after the results. Allow the moment of the results to come. Allow them to come, then sit with your child, sit with them and plan what you want to do. Do not dictate what they should do, please. Allow them to talk, then you discuss that. You know, in terms of parenting, there is this style, the authoritarian style, where parents, they give you what they want you to do, and that's final. They do not discuss with children, and we have seen the results that most of parents who do not sit with their children and discuss and each other which way is better, they do not end up well. But if you sit with them down, try to understand, I know most will say, go to engineering, at the end you'll get this job, or if it is at Kukune Ali, they will say you'll work in their minds. So allow them to choose what they love after the results are out. Talk about the results, check where how did they work, and from how they worked, please talk to them. There is this thing quote that I said, the parents' mental health is paramount to their children, so that if the parents are depressed, their children will be 3 to 6 times more depressed. So what you need to do also as parents, you also need to relax your mind. If at this moment you do not know what's happening with your emotion, tell your children that, hey, you know, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but my heart beats slow and fast at the same time. So hey, I do not know. So there is also this technique that can help you at this moment, the calm technique. I like it to people who their emotions, they have mixed emotions. You do the breathe in, breathe out until you feel that you are coming down. You are able to relax. You are able to talk. Then if you still feel challenged, just have a walk and have some fresh air. And as you walk, you say, even if you don't walk when you start, even if you don't start talking when you leave the house, as you go, you'll have that conversation. It seems like today is hot. It seems like it will rain. Then that will start the conversation. So try to have a conversation that can at the end help you. Kate, can I pause here? Then allow you to ask questions.
All right. Yes, thank you so much. That is very informative. You have given us a lot. Hey, I love that phrase that Mr. The gentleman that you mentioned. I can't remember his name. That when you take care of Michael, whoever, when you take care of your body, you are like basically taking care of your mind, and when you take care of your mind, it's also likewise. I think it's like when they saying, when you look good you feel good, so you know that, yeah, I'm dressed to kill here, so you don't mind going anywhere. The level of confidence is pumped up. So yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I think as parents, there are things that we need to unlearn, and I don't know if there's a remedy for that. you've also mentioned it that we have our own expectations that are very high. You know, you're raising a child and you're expecting a lot from them, which shows for you don't even know the child that you're raising, because you're expecting a lot from the child. You don't know whether the child is capable of, you know, getting those results that you are expecting from them, and yet you are expecting that. I think we need to you know, to unlearn that as parents. We need to teach one another, and we need actually, you know, organizations like yours, you know, where we can be taught um things like this, you know, because we actually take them light, we take them for granted. um I don't know, like, is there a remedy? I don't know. Is there a remedy for us in unlearning this kind of things? What? How do we unlearn that? What do we do? Because, like, I can tell you now, we are expecting distinctions from our kids. We're
Yeah.
expecting
Okay.
distinctions, right?
Yeah. You know, it goes to that thing that I was talking about, the parental styles. Um, you know, if you do not know what type of parental style are you using, obviously you just think that you're raising your child in a good way, whereas there are different ways of raising a child. So the good thing, there is this quote that it is best to correct a young boy than
Yeah,
to repair an old man. So if when they are
yeah,
still young, if we as parents, we can learn, if parents learn which way can I deal with my children, then it will help them to know that my children expect this. Like usually these ones who are hyperactive, you'll check their results. If you check their reports, you'll find that on LO they have scored very high, but it comes to other subject, they scored very low. That means those ones are active. So how do we use the how do we take an active person who just like roaming around, who don't want to be in the same place, to concentrating on one things, and how do I take that person and put him where he can use his energy to build his mental state? So things like that. Otherwise, Kate, you know, behavior is learned. I saw this other quote that it was showing for generation. The great grandfather said to their children, to the great uh, to the grandmother, that you are stupid, you will not make it, you will not achieve. Then he took those things and took it to their, let me say, parent, because it is for generation, great grandfather, grandfather, the parent, and the child. So the second one got all those things and he moved with them. He told their children, "Hi, you. Yeah. Your neighbors are the children next door. They are far better than you." Then the child knows that, nah, I'm not good. I cannot make it. Then it put them. They are low. They become low self. They have low self-esteem. So it goes to the parent now, to the last generation. They tell their children, you know, after all those things that was on them, what this last one said, he said, "I love you. You are smart. You can make it." And that on its own build that child. So I believe that now we are in a generation where we are able to engage with our children, unlike those years when we were talking, they say it's a taboo. You understand? There were other things that we were not allowed to say. So parents, I think the parents are nowadays, I'm sorry to say, Honelema 2000. So there are those who have information about these things. So if you do not know what style you are using, there are just four. Can I just quickly say them? Authoritarian. Authoritarian is becoming, sorry, lady boss, but is to becoming a boss. Like everything is from you going to is one direction. I'm just telling you things, you should do them exactly as I say. I'm giving you instruction, just follow the instruction. Then there is authoritative. I have laws, I'm bringing them, but this is how you, if you do not do these things, there are punishment. So you know if you should come at home at 6 o'clock. If you come at 7 o'clock, then you know that I'm not going to give you money for tomorrow. So like they know if I do this, if I break this law, here is a punishment. So they is at least trying to show them the way. Then there are permissive parents who permit you to do everything that you want to do, and then you just see the results. You suffer the consequences. Then there are those who are not there at all. It's also called cold parenting. So cold parenting, as long as you come, I give you food and that's it. So usually at this moment, even if we are waiting for the results and say we say, hey, let's support our matriculants. They are not even worried about the result. They don't even care what the results will come. They are not there. So if you understand where am I wrong as a parent, how can I improve my parental style, then also assist on my children to also cope. At the same time, remembering that as a parent, your mental state is very important. You should always have a good mental state. You should always have a way. If you know that at that moment, you know, there are those parents, their children are even afraid to talk to them, not because they are afraid, but because parents were hurt, they went through a lot, and everything that comes, you know, it frustrates them. They cannot concentrate, they cannot show really the good love in that moment, and what they do is just to slash everything, is just to scatter everything, whereas they should learn. You know, there was those things about, you know, I'm giving many parables at this moment.
No, but we are thankful for that. This is the opportunity actually for you to give us those. But for now, let's quickly go to an ad break, just a quick ad break, and then when we come back, you are gonna give us more of that. So yeah, let's take just a 1 minute ad break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for watching and welcome back. Let us welcome my partner in crime, Rumo Moloto. The network is showing you flames, I can see. Welcome. Can you hear me, Rumo? Okay, it seems like she's still having network issues. Okay, Mr. Khalo, I think you can continue educating us. You know, I think it's important for parents because we are always, you know, on, you know, going on our kids, telling them what is it that they should do and shouldn't, like you were saying, bossing them around. You know, you're giving them instructions and then you expect them to do it now and the way you want it, not the way they can do them. So I think we also need this education a lot, because when they're talking about mental health, we're only thinking that they're talking about especially now that we're talking to the kids, you know, we're talking to the learners. So people will be thinking, oh, this is only aimed at the learners, so it doesn't actually concern me. So what are the you know, some of the issues that during this time these kids come across that always push them to committing suicide, especially the issues that are from home?
Okay. Yeah, you know, as I was talking about the issue of parenting styles, you
Yeah,
know, there are those parents who want you to bring 100%.
yeah,
It should just be that way. It should just be 100%. So you are under, you have that pressure that, you know, if I don't come with 100%, obviously my dad, my mom will not be happy about my results. That means I was not doing well. That means, you know, there will be those things that will really pull you down. So in that at that moment, um, as I showed that parents, you should support children. The child at that moment wants to please the parents, and unfortunately, there was that challenge that they are also human being, and they have they can err sometime. There are mistakes sometimes. There are things that sometimes we do not know. So not knowing is not a crime. Like your partner in crime. So not knowing is not a crime. If you do not know certain things, you it's good that you acknowledge that you do not know, because if you do not acknowledge that you do not know, you will not really get help. Secondly, you will not learn, you will not acquire knowledge of something that you are not willing you are not allowing the slot for that. So parents put pressure on children. Secondly, the peer pressure. You know, during Matric, there are study groups, such peers will stay together to study, and maybe someone you know, he or she was excelling in class, and at that moment you are looking for ace only on him or on her, and if the results are not coming as such, you know, you start to say, he thought he was smarter than us. You know, many things that you can say to a person can really end up being a regret later. So as much as we are different, understand that at this moment everyone should be treated as special, as fragile as possible, and please check their mental state. Make sure that you do not give them pressure, as they are already pressurized by the upcoming results. So one thing that we can always do to try to do not allow children to be alone at this moment, because some can take that as a failure and can think that is the end of the world. No, a big no. This is not the end of the world. Matric results is not the end of the world. Those who have made it will still experience other challenges. Those who have not made it, who have not made it, will still experience challenges like going back to some, they say, supplementary, various reasons that are there. But if you can hold on there with whatever you have, and you look possibilities, what can I improve? Where did I go wrong? That will help you. So at this moment, please be positive, whatever the results. You know, I like the scripture from the Bible on Romans chapter 8. It says, all things work together for good. Meaning, if you have not done as you expected, it worked together for good. You do not know that if you stayed, you would not even have a space next year, but you wanted the results, your results maybe is a higher certificate, and you want to go to university. And we know that at university, they take from degree. You see, so you missed and you failed so that you can improve your results and have a bachelor so that you can go to university. So all things work together for good. Whatever the results, they work together for good. You do not know why you are delayed if you are delayed. But if things were to be put before you and you know, oh, I failed not because I'm not smart, but because I have to restructure myself. I have to do some behavior change. I have to change some pattern of learning. I have to have some improvements. That will be a positive thing to do. It will, it will help you to, even in the future, when you face some challenges, Matric is not the end. And if you failed here, doesn't mean that, or if you passed here, doesn't mean everything will just be smooth. You'll still have challenges. There is this saying that says, as long as you live, you will face troubles. You'll meet challenges. Sorry about that. I think I'm having a network problem.
We can hear you.
I don't know if I.
We can hear you, Mr. Khalo. You can continue. Okay, folks, it seems like we are having network issues here, but we heard that, right? Parents, let us not leave those kids alone. Entertain them, make sure that you take their minds off the results, especially if they didn't make it. So if they didn't make it, it does not mean that it's the end of the world. It's definitely not the end of the world. It's actually the beginning of something else. So like Mr. Khalo is saying, we do not know what the delay is for. So there's definitely a reason for anything that happens. So be kind to them. If there's one thing that we should be taught about how to treat the other person is actually to be kind to everyone. As they always say, that you don't know what the other person is going through. So please just be nice to them, treat them with kindness, show them love, show them, give them the best treatment you can ever, give to anyone. So there are do's and don'ts, as we have heard. There are do's and don'ts during this this era of us waiting for the results. We are told that we shouldn't panic. Stay calm, be calm.
You are listening to Go Youth Podcast with Ali SA. So let's talk about all the societal issues affecting the youth, issues such as relationships, money, and many more. Lucky thing is that you can listen to Go Youth Podcast in the comfort of your own home. Go Youth Podcast, by the youth, for the youth, about the youth.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are having, network issues here, but we are thankful that we were able to take it to this far. So thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your message, for the learners, just to encourage them and to say to them, you are with them, you are thinking of them, you are praying for them, whatever that you might be. So we will definitely love to hear from you. In closing, I would, Mr. Khalo, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate, that you took your time off to come and speak to us, to come and educate us, to come and speak to our kids. So thank you so much. Where can they find you? Do you mind leaving your details, because this is such important information? I think maybe someone after this will say, I really want to speak to him, so that he can give me more information. Or someone might say, can I just go and visit him so that I can educate myself more? Can you just tell us where we can get hold of you?
Okay. Firstly, let me say we are available in the whole of South Africa, but specifically for those who need to come to our office, we are at Beggarsford, Tubatsi Plaza. Those who know Beggarsford is next to Chip Chip. But the important thing, let me give you the numbers so that I know that some will not be able to come that side. We can also have the telephonic sessions. It's 076 649 6415. 076 649 6415. You can check also on WhatsApp, the same number, or on call, or you can also check on Facebook, Khalo Ronnie, or Khalo Health and Wellness Services. Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming through us again. Folks, thank you so much for your time. We are gonna see you on Sunday. Yes, with a very, very, very big team. So see you on Sunday. Thank you so much. Have yourself a very restful night. We'll see you again very soon. Good night.
You are listening to Go Youth Podcast with Ali SA. So let's talk about all the societal issues affecting the youth, issues such as relationships, money, and many more. Lucky thing is that you can listen to Go Youth Podcast in the comfort of your own home. Go Youth Podcast by the youth for